Greetings, everyone. This is Primo Lorenzo, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, I have another great guest. My new friend, Mr. Sahil Sehgal from Kitchener, Ontario, just west of Toronto. We connected a week ago on Jay's Sales Ninja coaching call in the same coaching program. And we connected. And from the get-go, I was really impressed by his story and what he's been achieving. And I reached out to him. I said, "Listen, I need to showcase you on the podcast." And we made it happen. He's in Canada. I'm in the Philippines right now for a conference. I'm going to be a speaker tomorrow on podcasting, Nomads in Paradise conference here in Siargao, Philippines. So the joys of technology allows us to connect no matter where we are on the planet. So, Sahil, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you so much, man. That's a great intro. Love it.
Please, on my and I forgot to mention that you're creating magic in your business. You're a client acquisition coach, helping freelancers and coaches to acquire clients organically using your proprietary $1 million ecosystem. I can't wait to see that. And last week on the call, you talked about some of the results you're achieving, and you're already a Two Comma Club award winner, which for those who don't know, the ClickFunnels uh, award for $1 million generated in a funnel. It's the highest recognition in the world of marketing. And it was won a bunch of other awards as well. So, but that's the main one. But yeah, we're going to unpack all of those. So before we start, we're going to talk
Mhm.
about your business and all the magic and all that in a moment. But first and foremost, for people who don't know you, tell us, who's Sale as a man and as a human being?
Wow, interesting question. All
Thank
right.
you.
As a man, as a human being, I'll start with so the title kept on changing, starting with a bachelor turned into a married man to now a dad. I feel more blessed and humble about saying more like a proud dad who is able
Mhm.
to bring his child into this world. Uh, there are a lot of things I did, I think, before my first child. That was like cracking our first $1 million milestone, cracking our six figure in a week, in a day we did. And
Wow.
there were a lot of things which I did when, especially when my wife was pregnant. I did most of my major decisions, even like while it was, I remember I took a leap of faith to invest in a mastermind that was like $40,000 of investment, and she was 6 weeks pregnant. So that was the time I did that without even talking to her. So that turned out into a good decision that we made massive success in the business. So yeah, call myself a proud dad. And other than that, trying to do stuff for my family, I think more of that. So uh, recently gifted a house to my parents in India, fully paid off, no more
Wow.
loan, no mortgage. I'm like and retired them financially free. So these were things which I was like, okay, one day I will do that, because I remember when they sent me here in Canada, I came here as an international student. So I had like $25,000 of student debt on my head when I came. So I had to take that off, and then I had to make sure all the responsibilities. So yeah, more of a family man, trying to create impact, making income while. So I wear this T-shirt. If you see, I don't know if it's
Yes.
possible. I'll get
Creating
creating impact
impact
and income.
income.
So
Yeah.
that's what I lead with. I think income follows the impact. If you focus on impact, helping other people, there was one thing I think I heard in my beginning of the journey was, if you want to make enough money, help enough people to solve the problems in their life, you will eventually make the stuff or your dream fulfill. So I
Yeah.
think that's what happened in my journey. A lot of crowd, a lot of lives transformed, got a lot of like I have client all over the world. Most of the people again in India, when I see them, their life getting transformed when they start making, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, and all. That's a lot of money over there, right? In the when the currency exchange happens. So, yeah, I feel most again that okay, that impact thing is leading with the income. What else can you ask for?
Absolutely. That's a lot of money anywhere in the world, so let alone India. Especially 50, 10, even 10,000, even $5,000, So wow, beautiful.
Right.
Love that. Love that. We're gonna unpack all of that in a moment. But first, I'd like to ask you a series of rapid fire questions to further get to know you as a person. Ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's
What
go.
makes you happy?
My daughter.
Mm. What makes you smile?
When I see her smiling.
Beautiful. Now let's take the happiness a couple of notches higher. What makes you come alive?
when I see somebody says, "Hey, Sahil, you literally changed my life. I
Mm,
never imagined this kind of money I would ever pay, I would ever see." I remember a lot of time, like has been situations where I was like, young kids have told like their parents this what happened, and they are like, "My mom wants to talk to you, my dad wants to talk to you." So yeah.
beautiful. Love that. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, what makes you sad and angry?
Interesting. What makes me sad when I think it's being sometimes I'm being more lazy and careless. I
Mm,
know I can do much more bigger things, but sometimes I'm like, why didn't I, go heavy or all in? I could have done much better. That makes
mm,
me sometimes like, bro, you have much more potential. So you could have done a little more better. Why was I lazy or why didn't I, you know, uh, buck it up? So
yeah,
that's the only thing I think. Yeah.
absolutely. What scares you?
What scares me? Now I think at my point in life, more about losing someone
Mm,
nearly. I mean, parents are getting older. Um, um, some situations happened recently in the family where I lost one of my very closest cousin. That was like 2 months ago only. He was only 22.
oh,
So
wow.
as like that happened very fresh in my mind. So I don't know. After that, I kind of felt like a changed person a little. So I'm like
Sure,
now more of scared or afraid of losing
sure.
people around.
Sorry to hear that. May his soul rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome. So, what is one thing that you used to value that you don't value anymore?
Chasing income goals, I would say.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
Why is
maybe.
that?
I think after a certain point, so it's like I live very decent, simple life, not fancy stuff and all. Yeah, I do vacations, I buy stuff here and there, but not something fancy. So after some certain point, you start feeling like, okay, the numbers are increasing in bank, but it's not making you much more happy as you used to
Mm,
think when you don't have, when you are like, one day if I see 100K in my bank account or 500K in my bank account, I'll be the most happiest person. When you don't have it, you have those things. But after a certain point, when you see they're piling up or they're increasing, then you're like, what is the next thing I want to build?
yeah. So you're not driving a custom-made purple Lamborghini with golden
No.
rims and
You know
diamond
what happened?
the lights, no?
No, interestingly, so 2023, we had a major, like a biggest year in our business, and I was driving like a broken car, right? And it was like that broken that one day I was taking my family to watch a movie, and it broke in the middle. Like we
Oh,
couldn't able
wow.
to even make it to the movie, and I was making good money. And then, but I was keep on investing in masterminds, programs, coachings, and
Mm,
all that because I wanted to upgrade myself. So then I made this announcement that I'm buying my new car and all that, and then I bought this Toyota RAV4. And somebody commented, it's like, bro, at least I was expecting a Mercedes, at least minimum, or you should buy the Mustang, or you should buy that and all those. I'm like, I think that's enough for my family. So I'm happy
exactly.
with that. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, what is one thing that you did not value before that now you're valuing more and more?
Myself, I would say, what it means is
Mm,
like, I was not thinking myself like I would be that much valuable or I can create value in other people's life and that created through me. I didn't feel like I was that valuable enough. I think because I never, my parents didn't have this business background and nobody was there to teach how to help people or create impact in their life. So I think that part I didn't know that sometimes you as a person can create much more value and
mm,
change not just that person's life but the generations to come. Now I consider myself like, okay, I have to be much more responsible, much more mature even when I'm making decisions or even giving suggestions as a coach as well.
beautiful, beautiful. You mentioned investment. What has been
Yeah.
the single greatest investment you made in your life?
Investment to grow myself in every program I've bought, every course I bought, every coaching program, every mastermind, I would say. At different level, I think what happened, like your goal changes. So I
Mhm.
remember first investing $150 for 1 hour call with someone. and I was not making anything at all. I just wanted to learn organic marketing and all. So that guy charged me that, and I'm like, okay. By that, I stepped into the world of organic. Then I paid $750 an hour to someone else to help me get to the high ticket world. So that guy told me about how you can charge more and all that stuff. And then I invested $10,000, then $25,000, then $40,000. Every investment, the goals kept on changing. So like every investment was valuable. I cannot just pinpoint one, because if I wouldn't have started with that $150 call, those investment wouldn't come. So different stages, different investments in everything, yeah, resulted
Absolutely.
into where we are.
Absolutely. I love that because we are at different stages, different things. We have
Right.
different objective. Absolutely beautiful. Now, let's move forward. You enjoy traveling, don't you?
Was that?
You enjoy traveling, don't you?
I do. I do. I
All
do.
right,
I love that. I
cool.
think I love more the freedom of that, without
And
worrying about like now, taking my family,
yeah,
buying something over there, but or getting a good hotel and then all that stuff. So,
absolutely. We can do an entire talk on traveling. We may do that another time, but for now, I'd like to take you down a different type of traveling, down memory lane.
sure.
So go back when you were growing up as a young boy. You know, when we're kids, people around us, family, relatives, neighbors, teachers,
Right.
friends, always ask us, "Hey, Sahil, what do you want to become when you grow up?" What was the answer to that as a young boy?
I remember I remember one of my uncle asked me that question first time. That is in my senses. I remember that, and I said I want to be an actor.
Oh,
And
wow.
then I said, he's like, "You want to be an actor?" And then I said, "No, I want to be a pilot." Like,
Ah,
okay, you keep on changing. Like, no, I think I don't know. I'm a big Bollywood junkie. I watch a lot of Bollywood movies and all, and it was like, I watch fight scenes and all that. I was at sometimes. Um, and I personally felt like at a point now, like my whole journey, even entrepreneurship and all, felt like a movie to me. It started with nothing, that whole
yeah.
superhero movies. So yeah, and that's thing is still inside me, by the way. I sometimes tell to my wife, I'm like, I might want to try Bollywood one time in my life. I'll
Hey,
see how and
never
what.
know.
You never know, but yeah, you never know. But that
Beautiful.
thing is still inside me. Maybe one day we'll see how it will happen. I don't know.
Exactly. So if I were to ask you today, so Sahil, what do you want to become when you grow up? What's your answer at this stage of your life?
Actor.
Actor,
Like,
okay.
I wanna, yeah. I think with the more when I started with entrepreneurship and I started creating content, I started seeing
Mhm.
content as even as that as like I want to leave a legacy. Now
Yeah.
I'm getting more to where I want to create more YouTube videos. So I was a
Mhm.
Facebook guy. Anybody wants to trace the entire journey, they can go to Facebook, literally search my name, go to my profile, go to scroll back to 2020. You can find every bit pieces when I made my first dollar, $100, $1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and million. I celebrated every milestone, even when I didn't make money or made money. Uh, so yeah, I felt like, what was your question? I forgot that.
What do you want to become when you grow up?
Yeah. So yeah, I documented my entire journey,
Yeah.
and then I felt like, okay, it is a movie scene sometimes feel like to me. So I'm like, one day I'm doing all this now, creating YouTube videos and all. At some point here and there, I'm like, I'm leaving the pieces of my um the stuff which I did want to do in front of camera, but I'm doing now in the form of reels, in the form of YouTube videos and all that. And so
Beautiful.
still, I hope sometimes, like, I don't know, it's a weird thing to think about it. Like one day some director will watch my YouTube video, like, I want this guy in my movie.
Hey, don't wait for a director, especially now with the connections, level of success you have. Create your own. By the
Yeah,
fact that
that's a
you
good
have
idea.
the fact that you having your own YouTube channel, you're basically each day creating your own episodes, your
Yeah,
own
right,
telenovela,
right.
so to speak, serials.
Right. Right. That was the reason even I started my podcast. We did 40, 50 plus episodes so far. And
Oh,
I
wow.
have not been consistent, but we did 50 episodes. And every episode I was like, okay, there has been more content going on. And I'm
Yeah.
meeting people. Someday you never know
What is
what
the
can
name of your
happen.
podcast?
It's under my name, The Sahil Sehgal Show.
What is it about?
Entrepreneurship, all the marketing giants, big people, people at like 7, 8, 9, even 10-figure people we have interviewed on that. So,
Okay.
yeah, all about entrepreneurship.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go back to when you're growing up. So,
Yeah.
growing up, what was your relationship with school? Did you love school or hate school?
I didn't love, I didn't hate. I was just like feeling like, okay, everybody goes to school. I'm going to school. I was in the range of like, that guy, B,
Mm.
B, that grade. So in our schooling system, it was percentage system. So I was between 70 to 80% of scorer in the school. So not super talented, not even a backbencher, sitting in the middle, average-ish kind of guy.
You were
So,
getting
but
the
I was
job done.
obedient guy. Huh?
Yeah, you were getting the job done.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You said it right.
Coasting. Okay, awesome. Now, what was your favorite subject and your least favorite subject in school?
Good question. Favorite subject? I think my favorite were languages.
Okay.
So Hindi, Punjabi, English. English was not that. I would say my favorite, but Hindi, Punjabi, yes, those were our regional languages. So those were my favorite. Least favorite, I think it was English.
Why?
I think it was more of English literature, like
Ah,
that
yeah.
heavy, complicated English and all that stuff.
Like Shakespeare
Uh,
and stuff like that, Old English.
yes, yes, yes. I was more afraid of that stuff. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
welcome to the club. I also didn't like it. So, yeah. Now, imagine that we were in the same class, say in grade 10 or grade 11. What kind of student were
Okay.
you back then? Were you the shy, quiet one, the nerdy one, the
Yeah.
chatterbox, the superstar,
No, shy,
the
awkward.
clown one? What were you?
No, I was shy, awkward. I remember there were like I couldn't even able to talk to girls in my school, in my class.
Ah,
They were talking to me eye to eye, and I'm looking here, I'm looking there. I'm like, I cannot talk to you eye to eye. I very less confidence in me. Couldn't able to do that. Sometimes those glimpses are still inside me when I talk to people, sometimes in person and all. I felt a little awkward as well. I was like, I tried to hold myself up, and then what I was like, okay, old Sahil is still reflecting somewhat here and there, you
yeah,
know. But I was shy. I was not that famous guy. I was like, yeah, he's in the middle of the crowd somewhere, lost. Now when they see, there has been situations where old friends of mine they have saw my content. They're like, bro, what happened to you? You are a different guy. It's like
exactly the
we
same
didn't
thing as
imagine
me.
you would
Yeah,
do this one day.
yeah, exactly same as me. So you mentioned girls.
Yeah,
So in school and growing up, were you popular with the ladies?
no, not at all. No, I was keeping my thing. I think I always felt inferior, low self-esteem, less
Mm.
confident guy. Like, why would somebody want to talk to me? What what value I can add to someone, all that. So I was just like, okay, my job is to do this, go to school, complete the homework. I was obedient child, but I was just doing my job. Yeah, simple as it is, I think. Um, yeah.
Beautiful. You mentioned that you're married, right?
Yeah.
How and when did you meet your wife?
We met in a packaging factory. So we were packaging these vegetables in
Ah,
Canada, 2015. So she was stamping them, I was labeling them and all. So we
okay.
were on a that's assembly line. That was the first time we met.
Cool. And what made her stand out in your
What
eyes?
made her stand out?
Yeah.
It wasn't instant. It took a while, to be honest. We spent time with each other. So like I think she started taking care of me when I was here, I was alone, no family, nobody,
Mm.
right? So she started like even feeding me stuff, the
Oh,
food, lunches, dinners, and all that. I remember I used to go to another work, another job, and she's like early morning, she wake up at 6 a.m. is like, your tiffin is ready, just take this
oh,
before you go
that's so
there.
sweet.
So I think it was for more on her side when she initiated, and then I was like, slowly you fell in love, yeah? Like, okay, this girl is caring too much, and then you started developing those feelings. We spent time with each other, and then yeah, the season
So
happened.
beautiful. When did you realize that, hey, she's the one? Was it a specific moment or was it something gradual?
uh no, there was no specific moment, to be honest. There has been specific glimpse of it where I felt like,
Yeah,
okay, this is perfect wife material,
love that.
she's doing this and all that, and all, and I'm like, then like obviously that started happening from your side as well. You started caring, you started doing that. So,
Yeah.
some of the time she told me stuff where it's like, remember you used to do that. I was like, okay, was I like, was that me? Like, yeah, you were very emotional. You gifted me that on my birthday and all that, and you were crying. You were literally having wetty eyes while gifting me that. So all that stuff. I think it happened with that time, not at a moment, but with the time it happened.
Beautiful. Love that. Now, what was your very first job? And do you remember how much you got paid the first time
Oh
you
yeah,
worked?
Uh, before official job, I was in 11th grade. So I was staying at one of my aunt's place. They had
Uh-huh.
this academy they were running. So I went there for my higher, and there were some competitive exams I was studying for. So this academy, there was an inquiry came as like there are two boys, they want to get home tuition. They don't want to come to academy, but they want home tuition. And my aunt doesn't have any other tutor to send them. So she asked me, like, do you want to go and teach these kids? They are just like seventh standard or eighth standard. I was in 11, so I was like, okay, maybe I can try. It's like, you will get paid. I was like, okay, I don't know. I never taught something. I can do my best. She's like, you just have to read a book and explain them the stuff and then give them the homework. That's it. Like, okay, whatever. So that was the time when I got paid 800 Indian rupees. So that becomes almost $10. Yeah, $10 for a whole
Okay.
month I got paid. And I was
Wait,
the
wait, wait, wait.
happiest.
That was for the month or per hour? The
Yeah,
800
yeah.
rupiah.
No, no, no. Per month. You will be shocked when so this was $10. So 11th grade. Okay. When I graduated, I did my bachelor's in engineering, got my job in one of the companies in over there in India. My first starting salary was 10,000 Indian rupees. That become $120 a month.
Wow.
That's it.
Do you remember what you did with the very first paycheck? What did you buy? Or did you give it to your parents?
I'll show you something.
Yes,
This
please.
first note, I'm still having that.
Oh,
You
wow.
see, it
Frame
says
it, frame it.
it says first salary, and then it says 7, 10, 14. So 2014, October 7th. I still carry
Wow.
this with me.
Frame it. Frame that.
Yeah. I still have the first $20 I got of a car wash. I still keep that. That was like washing cars here in Canada. So what I did with that salary, I remember I gifted nice shoes to my dad. I kept
Ah,
100 rupees here, and then gifted a shoes. Bought something for my mom as well. I don't recall what was it,
mm,
but for my dad, my dad never asked for stuff. He never like is not demanding. He's like, I can manage with whatever I have. So I think that was the thing. I was like, I want to gift him the shoes, which he never spent this kind of money. That was like the most expensive shoes I bought him. Um,
beautiful.
so yeah, that's what I did.
Beautiful. Love that. What was your very first? So when you were in school and all that, you mentioned you graduate from, you become an engineer and all that. And
Yeah.
then were you always, what was your plan in your mind to climb the corporate ladder in your career, or were you always
No.
in mind to start a business?
You'd be surprised, or it's funny again. Uh, it was not a corporate ladder I wanted to climb. I wanted to start something of my own, but
Mm,
I kept on watching these videos on YouTube, like motivational speakers, like this MLM, network marketing, and all that stuff. I tried few things here and there. Amazon FBA I tried and all that. I remember my girlfriend at that time. I was telling her as like you will see me, like you will. I'm waiting for that person who will come in my life, will teach me all this entrepreneur or business stuff and all, and I would start something of my own. I'm sure there will be one person coming in my life who will change the entire trajectory. Again, Bollywood movie, some expectations I keep. Yeah, so I wanted to start something, getting motivated through these talks and all that stuff, but had no idea how to start this, how to jump into it. At some point, when I was seeing these people, I had this thing that I want to be on stage. I want to speak in front of people. I want to inspire through my story. Like, I will grow from here to somewhere so that people behind me, I can become an inspiration for them so that I can take them to there as well. Uh, lot of limiting beliefs I had, like less confidence I talked about. I used to stutter a lot. I used to fumble. I used to like gasp, collecting all that, breath thing whenever I was speaking to people. So I'm like, would it even happen to me? How
yeah.
would I even do this with all these problems that I am already having? Um,
Wow.
but those stuff was inside, like, okay, one day maybe something will change, something will happen. I kept on working on it. Um, yeah.
Beautiful. Love that. You mentioned that growing up you were shy and awkward. That's something I can really, really, really deeply resonate with myself as well. Just like you said, the people that know me from before when they see me now, doing lives, speaking in front of conferences, and people say, "What happened to you? Did you make a pact with the devil?" I say, "No, never did, never will. I just found my voice, my purpose." So for you, Sahil, how did you
Yeah.
overcome that shyness?
Same thing. I remember I joined the first course technically after trying MLM, Amazon FBA, and all. Uh, there was this course and COVID time that happened. So I was a field technician, not getting job out there because pandemic time, nobody want to meet people and all. This 30-day challenge came into my into in front of me. The Russell Brunson's one funnel away challenge, if you guys know that.
Yes.
So that was the program I joined, and then that there was a guy who was talking about. I kept on saying to him, like, you're talking about publish your videos. Like, I have these problems. How would I do this and all that? He's like, you have to, Sahil, this is the promise I want from you. In order to find your voice, you have to publish something. You want to start with written stuff, start with that. Start at least posting your selfies or pictures with that. Slowly start doing recorded videos so that you can edit them and it's not live. You can make changes to it and all. And then then you will eventually go to the live videos. So it happened with the written posts. I wrote blogs as well, recorded YouTube videos, edited them on my phone and all, uploaded those stuff. Slowly, I'm like, okay, this is making sense. I'm finding my voice. Every video I'm getting better. The more I'll do, the more better I'll become. So after my job, or sometimes at home, like no job at all, and then working on all this stuff. So it was more of consistency. And that guy told me this. I think he mentioned about some time period is like if you do something for, I don't remember the exact days, what was 45 days, 42 days, or something he said, or 70 something. It's like if you do something for these many days, you will never go back. I think that was a challenge I kept in my mind that, okay, I
Yeah.
gotta do this at least, then we'll see what will happen next.
I heard something similar, that
Yeah.
a 30-day challenge, which was for 30 days, go
Yeah.
live on Facebook. Even if you're just
Right.
one person watching, it's okay. That's not the point. Because as you keep going live every day, not only
Mm-hmm.
it builds a habit in you, but also first you become comfortable in front of the camera. And once you become comfortable, then guess what? You become confident.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence is not something overnight. It's something that builds. So yeah, that's beautiful. Now, what was your very first business?
Where I made money uh, was affiliate marketing.
What program or services were you promoting?
You will laugh at it. So
Was
there's
it
this,
was it
huh?
ClickBank or an event?
Yeah, it was Max Bounty. So
Oh,
kind of ClickBank.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they
CPAs?
had this, huh?
CPAs?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
you guessed it right. So it's
Yeah,
like you put their name, email address and all, and you get $1 or $2 something. So
yeah.
Kijiji over here, Canada, there is a this website local. Like I used to post over there, like work from home opportunity. You fill out these details, and then one person from somewhere or whatever, they filled out that. There was a survey that they fill out, and I got $1.07
Oh,
or 70 cents, something. Yeah, $1.07 or 70. That was my first income. And that day was the biggest day for me because that broke my limiting belief that making money online is not a scam.
yes, 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 yes.
And yeah, my wife at that time, she was my girlfriend, and she said it, you will see this one day, it will turn into $1 million. And I laughed at her. I'm like,
Wow.
what are you saying? $1 million? Do you know how many zeros come in $1 million? And like, that is a lot of money. And she like, I trust you. You will make it happen.
Yeah.
So,
That's very important. You mentioned that the first dollar is very important because it literally turns on the faucet, and especially the belief that, hey, the most important thing is that, hey, I can do it. This works for me. Sure, you did
yes.
it, he did it, she did it, but what about me? And once you do that, for me, my very first income, I had tried CPAs and affiliate. I didn't get any result, but my very first, and I get lucky in a way, that it was an affiliate program for high ticket membership, $3,000 package, and I was getting $1,000 per sale.
Hmm.
That was my
Hmm.
very first dollar I made online. Imagine an email saying, "Hey, you just made a sale, $1,000." What? I was like blown away.
You made a commission, right?
My parents thought I was selling drugs. I said, "What are you doing? Don't get us in trouble."
My parents thought the same. When I quit my job, so my parents had like they were in India, and at that time I was not even. I hadn't quit. I just had a thought, and I discussed with them. It's like, well, I'm planning to quit this job and all that. They were like, "Are you like, are you doing the right things?" Is that Are you sure that's a legal stuff that you're doing?
Yes.
They thought first that I started driving truck
Mhm.
because people were making big money at that time 5 years ago, making like driving truck and all
Yes.
that. My friends-in-law, they make for $15,000 a month and all that. So they thought that they were like, "Are you sure you didn't step into truck?" Because they were like much more careful. Like, what would they tell to the society that my
Yeah.
son is driving a truck and all that. So in India, that's a big thing, to make sure that
Yeah.
what to tell to relatives and friends. So I was like,
Absolutely.
no, I'm not driving truck. I'm not selling drugs even.
What was your very first successful business, the biggest breakthrough that said, hey, wow, now I'm onto something, not just a dollar here and there, but real money?
When I made my first $10,000 a day.
Oh, wow. What was that? Tell us about that.
So, interesting. 2021 it was. Yeah, 2021. So I joined a program. It was from Dan Henry, if you know, Raise Your
Yes.
Prices Challenge.
Yes.
So that was a June, it was May or June 2021. So I joined that. And at that point, I was charging almost like 397, $497 for my group coaching program. And he came, I went on a call with him. I still have that recording. I was like, how much you charge? What do you want to do? And all that stuff. So he's like, bro, oh my Lord, you are charging pennies for to change people's life. You got to raise your prices. And he's like, at least charge $5,000. I'm like, oh, no way somebody would pay me $5,000. Like, you gotta do this. Okay, so I'm like still underconfident. I was like, no, bro. Okay, let me raise up to at least $1,000. And that would be an achievement. That's like three times of what I'm already doing. So I was like, I'll go step by step. So what I did, he talks about this webinars, whiteboard webinars and all.
Yes.
So I made a post in the morning, 9 a.m. or 10, 9 a.m. I woke up, 10 a.m. I made a post. I was like, I'm going live and I'm gonna teach you this particular topic, whatever. 17 or 18 people showed up on that. Okay. Uh, Happened within 2, 3 hours only. 17 people showed up, and at the end of that, I pitched a $997 offer. 10 people bought that. I am like, what this just happened? That's like $10,000 a day. N- k- Like 17 people. I did one too many presentation and I just
Yeah.
followed what he was teaching. And here you go. 10 people had paid me $997. That was the biggest breakthrough moment or limiting belief, crushed everything. I'm like, if I can do this again and again, life will be different.
Print money, you know?
Yeah. Right?
Wow. Amazing. So when you made that $10,000 in a day at a time, at what stage were you still working a job? Were you still,
Yeah, I was still working.
how much you're making at your job at the time?
Um After deductions and all, 2,700, $2,800 a month.
Yeah, in Canada, we pay a lot of taxes, eh?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Almost like $700, $800 a taxes were going a month on
Oh,
that.
yeah. Easy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's on the low end. Yes. I've seen, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Don't get me started. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, there's a saying that says, change your story, change your life. So
Yeah.
when you were at the lowest part of your life, the darkest time of your life, how did you change the story you're telling yourself here internally to change your reality externally? How did you get yourself out of the hole that you were at the lowest time of your life?
Interesting question. I the moment for me it was when I had this $25,000 debt or student loan I took and I came to Canada.
Hmm.
Uh, that was the point I like from my childhood I wanted to come to abroad, study and all that. That was like fancy dream. In Bollywood movies also they show that, the
Yes.
guy went to abroad for studies and all that fancy lifestyle they show. So I was imagining that in my mind. I was like, I'll live a richy rich kind of stuff. There's a lot of money to be made and all that. And the day I arrived here, uh, the night my friends who brought me from airport, they started celebrating. Okay, we got a new member in the house. They were like whole drunken and all that. The police showed up that day, the first day. Like, what the heck is this that's happened? And I was on Indeed looking for jobs. First night in my Canada, I was on Indeed like looking for jobs. That was the point. I think since that day, I'm like, okay, I gotta pay off this $25,000 faster. And more than excited, I was more getting drowned in like other responsibilities. Like I have to manage my groceries,
Yeah.
rent, laundry, other stuff. Like when you step out of the home, all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's a different world. I didn't imagine this, all that stuff I would be taking care of. Uh, at a point, I remember I went to my college. I was like, "Can you return my fees, like, so that I can go back to India?" They were like, "We cannot return your first semester fees. If you want to go back, you can." I was like, "Bro, that's like $7,000, 8,000 for an international student to let it go." I'm like, "No way, I can do this." I had to stay here. So every time, that was the lowest phase, but the new beginning of the life, I would say. I was happy, but not able to express it or not able to feel like I'm happy because
Mhm.
all the time, like, bro, remember that $25,000 student loan that you have? So those were that was in my head all the time. What story I told myself? I couldn't able to go back. I didn't have a back door. I think that was the biggest story I can say. A lot of people keep back doors in their mind. Okay, if this doesn't work, I can go back home or I can go back to what originally I was there. Just because I knew my family situation, I cannot just have their $7,000, 8,000 go in a vanish, go in a loss. So I didn't keep my back door open. I'm
Mm.
like, okay, what next I can do? I There was a time I was working three jobs at a time. I was dropping flyers at home. I was car washing and I was vegetable packaging. Three jobs I was doing, and I'm like, that's the only way I can pay off. I can make more so that I can pay off faster. That's the only thing because there is no backdoor. I cannot go back to India now, and I cannot share this with my family. They would be upset that their son is not feeling good. So there were a lot of times I cried. I'm like, look, sitting alone in the room. What did I do? I was doing a job in India at that point. It wasn't well paid, but I was sitting on a chair in office working like a white collar job. Uh, so that was a phase, I think. It stayed there for me for 6 months, 1 year, and then I started like, now, okay, I can start. I'm saving a little. I can start paying off my student debt. So that
Wow.
was a story. I think I told us like there is no backdoor. So you gotta find your next way, next path.
Amazing. Amazing. Love that. Love it. Wow. What a journey. You definitely, I don't need to tell you, but you definitely need to make a movie about your life. Typical Bollywood
Typical
story.
Bollywood.
Little boy from a little village. I don't know if you grew up in a village, but I'm just making that up, but
Yeah, it's a
that
small
goes
town. Yeah,
that goes to Canada, gets his
yeah,
education and all that, meets the woman of his dream, starts a family, starts a business, starts flying high, and now is a mentor, big brother to other people. I've seen your website. Amazing, amazing testimonials from people, especially from India. They completely, literally changed their lives because someone making even in Canada $5,000, $6,000 a month, that allows them to quit their job. So imagine India,
yes,
it's like by a factor of 10 almost. So wow,
that's
well done.
more than
Well
that.
done. So tell us about your business tell us about your current business and how are you, what's your impact in the world? How are you making the world a better place around you and around the world?
Yeah. So currently we are helping freelancers and coaches. I started my journey as a freelancer slash affiliate marketer and then
Uh-huh.
jumped into coaching. So I started people behind me. I'm helping those people to build up to accelerate their business to six figures and beyond. So program, we have a program called Six Figure Accelerator, and then we also have a program Micro Offer Accelerator so the Six Figure Accelerator is more about high ticket stuff and all. Now with the Micro Offer Accelerator program, I combined low ticket plus high ticket both as there are a lot of transitions happening in the industry as well. When trust recession was there, it's still there. I mean, a lot of if you go back in 2020, you do a webinar, you do a VSL, you book a call, and you are closing the sales and all. Now people are not. They are like thinking a lot. They have been
Mm.
burnt out a lot by other stuff and all, and they have seen a lot. So it's not a new thing anymore with these webinars, VSLs, and all that. So now we brought the low ticket funnels into the place, and we built up the $1 million ecosystem where you take a one tiny offer and you can convert that into a full blown business where you have like reoccurring business revenue. You have a high ticket stuff as well, backends on that. You have upsells, downsells, and all that. So we built this entire ecosystem, and I help these people to start like, okay, you start with this. then you have an entire funnel in your place, and how to transition or ascend people into your high ticket programs as well. Now it's like more of natural transition rather than um, chasing people in DMs and all that, because I've played that game, having a setters or closers into the stuff. Like, I don't take sales calls anymore. I just develop my ecosystem so that it naturally transition into that, where people want more support and bigger results. They are interested in to getting our high ticket programs or one-on-one support, done for you offers, stuff like that. So that's where currently we are at this point, helping
Beautiful.
and creating
Beautiful.
impact.
How do you vet people? How do you, in a way, because one of the main challenges a lot of entrepreneurs, especially at the start of the journey, face is that they attract people who are broke. But
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, these people have good intentions, but because they're in tough situation, they can't even
right.
pay $1,000. So what's your advice to these people that are attracting the wrong type of prospects?
Beautiful question. So like this, I have an answer for that. So
Mm,
if I go back some years ago, there was thing like, the lead magnets were very powerful. They
mhm.
still are. People are still using them. It's not like they don't work, but I'm talking about how we transitioned into something so that you can avoid that. So we replaced those lead magnets with called micro offers, tiny offers that are like even starting at $1. Okay. So usually it goes from $3 to $97 range, the first offer that it is. Now I say like $1 buyer is much more serious than you're just a person who is just downloading your lead magnet, because most of the time they're just sitting as a bookmark link, or they never see it
Mm.
because just it's free. There is no they have not paid it there, so they are not serious about it. You know, so we replace those free people with people who are ready, who are buyers at this point, paid buyers, even if they have paid $1. Those are much more serious. They took their credit card out to pay for it, to vote for that, and now they are gonna at least look at it what they have paid, even if it's, as I said, $1 stuff, right? So we replace those free stuff into, so my value ladder or my this ecosystem doesn't start with lead magnet and or free offers. It starts with a micro offer, right? I can literally show the whole ecosystem if you want on this screen. I have opened up
Yeah, let me
yeah,
give you my blessing to share your
uh,
screen. One sec.
sure. Are you
Oops.
gonna publish this as a video
Yeah,
podcast as
oh,
well, or
absolutely.
are you
Yes,
gonna?
video. It's video. Yeah, it's
Okay,
video.
cool. Then people
Uh,
can easily see. Okay, one
yeah, go
second.
ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I got it. So like this is, um, as I said, how to turn your one tiny offer into a full-blown business with where you have a
Mhm.
recurring upsells and high-ticket backend. So this is where it starts. Micro offer, $3 to $97 ranges, and then you have order bump, either same price or 1.5 times of the micro offer price, and then you have upsell one, then you have upsell two. Obviously price is increasing, you are adding more stuff, helping them with what is the follow-up problem they're going to have, and then you add insert your product over there, and then you have downsells where you are giving them different payment options, paid trials, or even light version of something. So these are all called as a vertical ascension of that whole ecosystem. Then you have the horizontal ascension, where this is my favorite, this is the new stuff that we added, is a
Yes.
sweet spot offer, anywhere between 1000 to $2000 range that you add there. And then you add your high ticket offer, done for you, one-on-one coaching, $5000 or more, or super high ticket inner circle masterminds, long-term mentorships, 20,000 more, and all that. So technically you have these low ticket funnels which are vertical ascension, and then you have okay, we presented this in offer lab, that's why it says. So that we have a high ticket funnels. So now you have a full-blown ecosystem. You can make your $1 million even with low ticket funnels, or you can add up the high ticket stuff if you want to make it much faster. So it depends upon that how you are going to set it up, right? But this whole ecosystem, if you set it up, now this has the power to generate you $1 million years very easily. Okay, if you are following it, and if you have a product
Yeah, yeah.
fitting into that right stuff. So that's what it is. I haven't given a analogy. This would be helpful for beginners. Is like how big companies or brands are using this. So like let's look at McDonald's ecosystem. So like they have the cheeseburger, which is a micro offer. Order bumps, you would like to add a fries to it, and then you have upsell one. Do you want to make a meal combo? Upsell two, you want to go large size and add a McFlurry to it, or the downsell is try our chicken nuggets for 4 pieces $1. So you have Mac Family Bundle, which is a sweet spot offer, family meal deal.
Yeah.
There are high ticket offer is birthday packages, and then you have super high ticket is franchisee ownership. So
Yeah.
like even this is not $1 million, this is $1 billion ecosystem technically, because
Sure.
McDonald's is worth that. So that's how we are using our ecosystem.
I love that. Go back to the previous screen with the different levels of funnels. I love that. Before the
You want me to
McDonald's.
go to the ecosystem?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ecosystem. So I love that. This is something that, for example, my personal business, I don't have a micro offer. I have an
Yeah.
offer that's currently $3,000, but the value is way over $10,000.
Uh-huh.
So, but I don't have yet a one-on-one
Uh-huh.
offer. So I want to know what would be, for example, the one-on-one, I get it. So it's just done for you, done with you,
Yeah.
on one-on-one time. But also, I
Uh-huh.
really like what you told, and that's something I also heard a lot about Dan Henry. I've been a big follower of his for years now, and he
Yeah.
inspired me a lot. I learned a lot from him. And that is that he made his first real money with a 997 no-brainer offer.
Right.
So I was wondering whether to also offer a program absolutely no-brainer,
Yeah.
997, that even
Right.
everybody can afford it because $3,000, yes, it's not a lot,
Yep.
but for a lot of people, it's still a stretch.
Yep.
Whereas a 997, as long as
The
they
sweet
see the
spot.
value, it's an absolute no-brainer. So what are your thoughts on that? And then from the
Yeah.
997, I have other offers that I can offer them after that at
Yeah.
399 and so on and so forth. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So your $3,000, what is it? Is it a coaching program? Is it a service? What
Yes,
is it?
it's a coaching program. So basically what I do, it's a 3-week program where I literally help them identify what is the true zone of genius, what is their gift.
Right.
And then we take week one, we identify what is the zone of genius. Week two, we take the zone of genius and literally craft their offer, the winning high ticket offer. And week
Right.
three, I show them how to get leads on demand and clients organically, leveraging the power of podcasts. So basically, what I help them with my
I
system,
see.
they get to have a system where they can get the first paying client with
Right.
a brand spanking new podcast or YouTube channel in as little as 30 days, even if they're starting with zero audience. Because
Right.
the same system that allowed me to get 6 clients on my first weekend and then 60 clients in the next 10 months with a YouTube channel of less than 200 subscribers.
Amazing.
Why? Because for me, YouTube and podcasting, it's not about the numbers game.
Yeah.
As you know personally yourself, Sahil, high ticket selling is about one thing and one thing only, trust. Now, how do
Yeah.
you build trust? By building rapport. How do you build rapport? By having heart-to-heart conversations, speaking from the heart, being authentic, being vulnerable. And what's the best way to do that? By simply having a long heart-to-heart conversation on a podcast. So that's my program
Amazing.
where they can leverage the power of podcasting,
Yeah.
even if they, because they don't need to wait to have 10,000 subscribers to get that
Right.
first dollar. They can
Yep.
actually make money with the room of just 10 people, even the room of just the right 5 people. So
Right.
my offer right now, other people, even Jay, has been telling me that I need to raise that to at least $10,000. But for me, I've been keeping it at $3,000 because
Yeah.
I keep my business priced. One of my basic principle of business for me is build your business the way you wish it existed when you were at your lowest point. Because
Yeah.
ultimately, you are your own avatar. Your avatar is not some fictional character. Your avatar
Yep.
is a version of you that just a few steps ago when you were starting. So taking
Absolutely.
all of this in common,
Yeah.
this is what I do in a nutshell. So,
I,
what
I
are your
I
thoughts
got
on
it.
that?
Jay's, so what he said over there, like it should be worth way more. And the best thing to make it worth way more is this, that you introduce, so you, totally up to you. My perspective is this.
Yes,
If you take that offer $3,000, instead of that, you put a sweet spot offer of anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000. You can put in 1,997, for example. That's
yeah,
$2,000. Okay.
yeah,
Now you can slide this thing $3,000 to much more higher price, 7,500, 8,000, 10,000, whatever, much
yes,
more than that. Okay. That way you are now like, now it is gonna get much more easier. Even sales of $3,000 program getting to $2,000, you are like, okay, we are doing this bonus, like special offer or special launch, this Christmas thing, whatever, Black Friday, or you want to try it out. I'm just giving you that
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
So you do that at 1997. Now you can see it as even like, do you take sales calls for $3,000 or like?
Yes. So my funnel is this. I go on Facebook groups. I get on
Yeah.
one-on-one meet and greet calls, and then I
Right.
invite them into. I host a 5-day free challenge once every 4 to 5 weeks, and at the end
Beautiful.
of 5-day challenge, that's when I invite them to join the academy.
What the $3,000?
Yes.
Okay, so you have, okay, perfect. I was gonna say do a one-to-many event, but you are already doing that one-to-many
Yes.
event. So challenge is that if you sell $1997 on the challenge and see, can you replace the sales calls with that? Can people pay on the challenge
On the
like with the
spot.
order line? Yes, exactly. You don't need to take sales call. I have sold $6,000 offers
Wow.
without technically a sales call, and even a $10,000 on the challenge. Again, huge credit to Dan Henry and Myron Golden, those two people
Oh, love both. Love both.
with me.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've sold them through that. The only thing I did a call for those people is like, hey, I want to make sure that it's a perfect fit. It is a 15-minute call. It's not a sales call and all. And all
Yeah.
we are taking is collecting payment on that call. And if you have any questions, we are answering that. That's it. So it's not technically a sales call. But with $1997 offer or 1500, whatever sweet spot you want to keep, you can replace those sales calls. And now you are like, this is becoming done with you, right? You are doing the 3 week program, or you want to change the structure, totally up to you. Then it is like more of, do you want to add done for you stuff? Do you want to add more templatized versions of that stuff? Or do you want to do add more mastermind or one-on-one? Don't add all three at once. See, what do you want to add? Do you want to, like,
Mm.
there will be people paying you $2,000 or already paying $3,000. They'll be like, okay, what is the next level? Do you have a high ticket program after 3,000?
Not yet. I'm working on a recurring offer, which is for me to get my clients to get them on a
Okay.
podcast tour. So I will be getting them to guest on one podcast a week. And
Okay.
these are not random or random podcasts. These are going to be podcasts where they are going to be speaking in front of their own audiences. So for that,
Amazing.
I want to offer them. I know I have someone in my network is charging $2,000 a month just for that service alone. And the
Okay.
people that pay him, they stay with him for months, if not years, because they are getting results. So
Exactly.
I want to offer this, maybe 2,000, I even make it a no-brainer,
Yeah.
1,500, even $1,000 a month, just on for that alone, to
Right.
guesting on one podcast a week,
Right.
one targeted podcast, that can be an upsell.
Yep.
And even thinking of offering them, because I'm in Asia, building a team to help them also with all the editing. You know,
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
that's
uh-huh,
something I'm
uh-huh,
working
uh-huh.
on,
Right, right,
editing.
right.
And but I don't have yet a $5,000, $10,000 package
You
yet.
should have, you're losing a lot of money, man, on the table.
I
That's like
know.
your 3,000 people, if you're not giving them a next step, they are
Yes.
going somewhere else. I remember a scenario, one coach I invested exactly $3,000, and my all the time is like, I want to test big stuff, and I knew at that point I was telling people like, I want to charge 20, $30,000. I remember Dan Henry to
Oh
mention
yeah.
about like he had $1 million a day selling this $30,000
Yes.
offer, right?
Yes.
So I was like, I want to taste it how it feels like. But
Yes.
there's been saying everyone is like, if you haven't done it, it's hard to do that. So I'm like, I started looking for mentors who can charge me that, so that once I break my limiting belief and barrier, investment barrier, I intentionally found another mentor. And that mentor, the first mentor didn't have another program after 3,000. I went to another mentor to do that. And interestingly, what happened that first mentor is like, what happened, bro? You joined another coach. I'm like, I wanted to get into big rooms. I wanted to break my investment barrier. There's nothing wrong. I love you still. It's just that I wanted to break my investment barrier so that one day I can also charge this. Okay.
That is so powerful. Actually, I think it was Myron Golden who said,
Yep.
how much you've invested in yourself. What's the most amount you have? If you invested $20,000, don't expect
Yeah.
someone else to pay you more than $20,000.
Exactly. Exactly. That time, my first coach got biggest epiphany is like, Sahil, you taught me a lesson. I was like, I should have
Yes.
a big higher ticket program. I said, yes. Otherwise, I would have buy from you rather than someone else. It's just you didn't have that thing, and I was hungry more than that, and I found my way to find someone else who can do that. And you'll be surprised, man. It took me 3 weeks to crack my $25,000 client, and another two
Globally.
weeks to crack my second $25,000 client. I sold
Wow.
the first 103K month we had within 30 days of joining me that mastermind.
Wow.
That is like now broke every limiting belief that I had. I'm like, this is different. Glad I took that step.
Yeah.
So same to you. If you don't have that offer, add it, man.
Yeah, I will. I will definitely. And I'm also thinking of as a test
Yeah.
to do a flash offer, maybe next week or week after. Well, I'm just going to make an absolute no-brainer giving away the farm, just $1,000, just to test it, just to
Yeah.
test it.
Yeah. Pick your best people. You always have your dream clients. What I did, to be honest, I
Yeah.
picked up like who's the most, the biggest case study that I had right
Yeah.
at that point. I reached out to that person. I was like, bro, how much you are making? It was like this much. And I told him honestly, I was like, I joined this program and I'm going to the next level. Are you interested to go join hands with me to go next level? He's like, what is it? I was like, you're how much you're making at this point? He's like, I'm making $8 to $10,000 a month. I said, sweet. Do you want to taste 30,000 dollars a month? He's like, are you sure that can happen? You're gonna be my first beta case study. I said to him, like, you're gonna be my beta case study, and I will do everything in my power to take you over there. I will even plan your one-to-many event. I will help you to design your challenge and every single thing, and I will be standing with you wherever you get stuck. He's like, are you sure? He's like, how much it is? I said, it will cost you one time $25,000 in order to make every month $25,000. Are you in?
Love that.
He's like, that sounds interesting and I want to do this, but I don't know, I cannot pay you $25,000 all in one go. I'm like, that's okay, we can figure out a payment plan or something. He's like, okay, how much is that? So we figured it out. We planned his first challenge. I promised him $25,000 a month. He made $43,000 that month
Oh,
with one challenge. He was like, bro, you changed my life. Yeah, like this is I never tasted. Like, what do I do with all this money now? All that happened.
yeah.
The biggest. So, yeah, man, you always have stars in your program who want to taste big and
Yes.
high go big. So, design a program for them to. It's all about speed. High ticket is all about speed. Myra Golden talks about
Yeah.
like how much faster you can help someone to get result, and you are already doing challenge. Like challenges, I
Yeah.
love. I have love
Yeah.
for challenges.
I love
Uh,
challenges. Challenges actually changed my business from struggling to getting clients to having a system to get clients. I've been running challenges since January of 2024. That's the best decision I've made in my business because
yeah,
of listen, at the end of each academy, I get on a call with my graduates and ask just a testimonial and get the feedback. I ask them one question. Would you have joined my program if I had not done a 5-day challenge? Guess
yeah.
how many said yes?
What do you? What was it?
Zero.
Zero. Wow.
All of them said, no, I would not have joined your program if you had not done a 5-day challenge. Why? Is because you get 5 days to build that
To
trust,
spend time with
build that
them. Yeah.
rapport, and display your expertise. Show them, hey, and at the end, sure, it's not
Yeah.
going to be for everyone, but for the right person, it's
Right.
going to be a no-brainer.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
How did you get
It's a
into
challenge.
challenge? How did you get into challenges yourself?
2022 it was. 2022? Yeah, 2022. I saw these again, Dan Henry, Myron Golden doing the challenges
Oh
and
yeah,
all. I did a first challenge by myself, no help, no other
yeah,
stuff. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna model after them, whatever they're doing. I
yeah.
was literally doing that play pause thing, watching their first day one, what are they doing, making notes, and then doing all that. So that was the first challenge I did. I would not call it as a success, but I had uh 2022, how much people? No, 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 no. Actually, I pitched a $10,000 offer in that challenge, getting inspired through, again, Dan Henry and Myron Golden. I had 11 people who bought that $10,000 offer.
Oh,
It was a 1 year offer. Only thing I did was extended it to 1 year offer. I was like, because I had this thing, why would somebody pay 10,000 for 3 weeks or 3 months or 6 months?
yes.
Can I do it for a year? So I'm like, okay, I will literally get that. I made six figures through a challenge. So that was the first time I did that.
Wow.
And with 50, 60 people only, not crazy numbers even. So that was the only people. And then I did it. And then again, you now know you have cracked the code. You want to do it again. So I kept on doing
Sure.
that. And we did once in a quarter, we did once in a month as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time. Now you're giving me much more addiction. I was working
Beautiful.
on this ecosystem this year, so this was my whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was the $10,000 offer?
1 year coaching to help you to make six figures in a year. That was the promise that I give.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and you'd be surprised. There was only one girl from US. Everybody was from India. I don't know how they managed the $10,000 man.
Wow. And these people
Crazy.
actually paid you $10,000 from India?
Yeah,
That's
that was like
incredible.
much
Love
more
that.
crazy. A lot of these people became biggest case studies because again, what we just discussed, they
Yeah.
never paid this kind of money. They were hesitant to even ask the clients this kind of money.
Yeah.
I've shoot, their price is way more. The people who were charging $200-300, they started charging $2,000-3,000. So like
Yeah.
10x their one client income.
So is that now one of your businesses also to help people run their
Challenges.
challenges?
We do that. We don't have a group coaching program for that, but we do done for you sometimes one on one. I do that. So I go with the Google Doc approach. Like fresh doc, somebody comes in, I plan their whole 4 weeks. Like for if you give me 4 weeks, I'll plan out the entire stuff. What happens prior to challenge, during challenge, after challenge, and all that. If you need labor, then we have different people who can
Sure.
build your funnel and all that stuff. Yeah. So I have
What
like a whole challenge launch kit I use, which is like, and most of the money we made even through organic challenges. So that was even much more crazy without spending paid ads.
yeah.
So like we perfected the system too much because we have done this so many times. Yeah, it's fun doing.
What is the biggest mistake or challenge that entrepreneurs face when they're running their own challenges?
They don't use a proven formula, I would say. What in challenges like this, it's like consider it's a party going on for 7 days. You invited someone, you said them, hey, it's a 5 days or 7 days 5 days party, 2 bonus days. We add that sometimes. So like 5 day party, I'm inviting you, spend a week with me at my home and all. Now, if you don't treat them well, if you don't nurture them well, if you just instead of apart from the classes, the 1 hour training that you are doing and all that, if you're not building the momentum that bro, I'm excited for day 2, I'm excited for day 3. Now we do like prizes in the challenge, we do this contest running, everybody, we even put a point system in the place. So like if you make a post inside the challenge group, you get 3 points. If you drop a video, you get 5 points. If you drop a testimonial, you get 10 points. So we
Ah,
gamified the entire challenge.
wow.
The biggest mistake I've seen, people, they don't put that energy into that stuff, so
I
that
love that.
people are like coming on a day 1 day 2, but then they are like, okay, it's okay, they don't come on day 3 day 4. Major drop that happens is on after day 1 even, you will see. In our case, we have seen opposite, because we did some things like where it was like bring your challenge buddy. So like they were there was a time I woke up one day 1100 pending requests in my Facebook group. We introduced this buddy system. People went crazy. Like 1100 requests. What, I called my VA. I'm like, bro, I don't have time to do all this. Like, accept these people and just let them in. It's like crazy what just happened. So crazy
So
traffic we got.
what did you do? You entice them to bring their friends?
Yeah, so we did a whole graphic. It's like bring your challenge buddy. If you bring that challenge buddy, you get extra 5 points. What the
Oh, I
people
love
did,
that.
people are like inviting people from their friend request, from their friend list. I was like, and then making a post in the group. Hey Sahil, here's my challenge buddy payment. Let him in. I was like, my whole feed crazy. I'm like, we just did one tweak and then
How were you? I love the gamifying aspect of it. How did you use a special software or tool to keep track and tally points? So you had the VA to take care of that.
we use VA, just a Google Sheets. We
Ah,
still
okay.
have those sheet because there was no school at that point when we did that and all.
Yeah.
There was no that communities, so we did it all raw Google Sheets. Like the point system even to finalize the winners and all. The main thing is again, as I said, people were waiting for day 5 because the biggest prize was on day 5. I was like, bro, we cannot miss the days now,
What
and
was the
they
biggest
cannot.
prize? What was the biggest prize?
It was a free entry to our coaching program, so it was like $6,000 offer or ten thousand
Oh,
dollar offer. And it was
wow.
like you get 1 year full subscription to it.
And what
There
did you
was
have
like
to do? What did you have to do to win that?
to accumulate the points. If you are posting, tagging me on your story, so like every single thing we pointed it out. I might have some graphic here and there. It's like if you can give me a minute, I can even find it.
Absolutely. I
Or
love
after
that's
we can, after
fascinating.
we,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I love that.
So
Wow.
people went again crazy on that part. To bring a buddy to accumulate points, like literally. Uh, I would have surprises. Yeah, okay, here it is. I found it. So like, look at this post. Can you see this?
Yeah.
So like this, bring a buddy, you get 15 points. Write a post introducing your challenge buddy that you have invited to the challenge. Tag Sahil Sehgal and slash hashtag buddy. Day 1 takeaways, if you post, you get 8 points. And if you post on your profile, Written post, you get 5 points. Story, you get 3 points.
Yeah,
So people were accumulating, fighting for these points, man.
I love that. Would you be able to share that link with me? That's
Yeah, yeah, sure. And
fascinating.
these were the prizes that we did.
Wow. I'm going to
It was like,
implement that in my challenge. Thank you. I love that. Love that. That
yeah,
alone is gold. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah. So it's like gamifying. So they should not
yeah.
leave your stuff. And this is the biggest mistake people do is like they make the challenge boring. People leave after 1 or 2 days.
Yes. 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 Love that. Love that. And you
Yeah.
said for you, it's mostly organic. Have you been running ads? And if yes,
We did.
on what platform?
We did meta ads.
Okay.
We couldn't able to nail that down, to be honest. I've always been an organic guy more. We
Yeah.
hired agency who were taking care of that, but then some stuff happened where was leads were leaking and all that stuff because again it was not perfectly fine. So yeah,
Beautiful. Love that. Wow. That's powerful. You know, the typical question, I also took the 30-day challenge by Russell Brunson. You just one funnel
uh-huh,
away.
uh-huh,
I did a couple of times. I love that. You know, the book 30 Days, he has a question that says, imagine that you lost everything.
yeah,
You just have $1,000 to your name and
yeah,
30 days to get back on your feet to save not yourself, but your family. What I would make it one step more challenging. Let's say you have 1 week to make your the next just $1,000.
yeah.
What would Sahil do?
I would, yeah.
Okay,
You can go.
you don't have access to any money, just have $1,000, and that's just for
Okay.
food, a roof, and that's it.
I would organize my one to many event,
Uh-huh.
and I have we have done a lot of things where apart from paid ads is like um using leveraging our network where we have done
Mhm.
JVs, collaborations, and all that. So I would use that. That's free because if they are coming, we split up the commission 50-50. Okay, cool. So I don't need to even spend a penny out of that $1,000. I can
Yeah,
just reach out and build a connection. Is like, hey, we are doing this event. All I need is gonna be a Zoom room and a mic.
yeah,
People I can invite through leverage connections through that. Yeah, if $1,000 is a good even for paid ads, I can have some people over there. I can boost my posts and all that stuff. Uh, but yeah, I would do my event. 1 week, give me 1 week, 5 days a challenge. I will organize that, and I can get to six figures in that
love
one
that.
week. I'm
You
waiting for
mentioned
7 figures, but yeah.
you mentioned JV. How do you find groups with your exact audience, and how do you approach those people to do JVs with you? You mentioned 50-50.
Yeah.
How do you find those people?
It's really, I start with my own network first. So it's
Uh-huh.
like, I remember this was a typical message we used to send. It's like, hey man, I have something exciting to share with you. We are coming up with this, our brand new event. It's called this 5 day challenge on offers that convert challenge. And what I'm doing with this is like, we want maximum people, their lives can transform through this challenge. And I'm looking for people to do an interview with them, to do a live training. I can come on your live on Facebook Live or whatever YouTube, whatever you have platform or Instagram. We can do this live and all. We will talk about some of the stuff which can help them. You ask me questions or stuff like that. And at the end of it, we will pitch this 5 day challenge. Whosoever will coming through you will split up the commission. Are you in it for it? Like, do you want to do something like that? And you don't need to do anything else. I will be providing value to your audience and all that. So you just need to give me like broadcast this to your list. That's it. And you get your 50% commission. We will track the sales. I will do a affiliate link, special affiliate link for you so that we can exactly track how many views we get, how many conversions we got. And at the end of it, you get your commission. And also is like if somebody buys our high ticket program at the end, you get 10% commission out of that too. Now, like if I'm selling a $6,000 offer, they get $600 if sale happens, but only if sale happens. So
Of course, yeah.
that way we have done it.
So speaking of
Yeah.
commissions and referral fees,
Hmm.
the standard, from my understanding, the standard in the industry is 10 to 20%.
Yep.
And I've even gone as far as offering 20, even some people 30, 40, even one time I went crazy, I offered 50%.
Yeah.
Because again, they're just bringing me new eyeballs. It's free money for me, free money for them,
Right.
win-win for all parties involved.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Love that. Listen, say, love this conversation. We can talk more. Would love to do a part two when we go even deeper into that, but let's start wrapping this up. It's been over an hour now.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
to finish, I'll just
It's
ask you
great.
one last series of rapid fire questions, but this time on advices. Ready?
Okay. Yep. Let's do
What's
it.
the best piece of advice you received so far?
Invest in yourself.
Mm. What's the worst piece of advice you received so far?
You can only do something which you are passionate about.
Mm. Why is that such a bad advice?
Sometimes you don't need to be passionate about something. I
Uh-huh.
You can be skillful. You can gain a skill and still
Yeah.
build a business around that, which you are never. I never wanted. So it's like I say this thing. I never wanted to teach, coach, and speak.
Mm.
And that's the three things I'm doing. So I wasn't passionate about all three. I learned how to teach, how to coach, and how to speak.
Yeah.
So that's the
Absolutely.
best example I can give. So I wasn't passionate. It's giving me a lot of good
Yeah.
money. So yeah.
Love
Like
that.
you don't need to. A lot of time people get confused. They get stuck. Is like, what is my passion? Like because
Yes.
that was me at some point. People were asking me, what do you love to do? I'm like, bro, I have this student that I'm driving Uber. I was like, that's not a
Yeah.
passion. I was like, yeah, because I don't have time for passion. I need to pay off my this. I was like, do you play video games in free time? No, I drive Uber in my free time. Do you love this? Do you go to play cricket, basketball, and all? No. Like, I wasn't literally passionate about anything, to be honest. I was like,
Mm.
what is your skill then? I was like, I'll learn a skill. And
Yes.
that's what happened to me. So you can still learn a skill and can make money.
Yes. Love that. Imagine that you were blessed with a time machine and you can go back in time and sit face to face with the 18-year-old Sahil. What's the
Yeah.
number one piece of advice you would give to him knowing all that you know now?
Read more books.
Ah. What book are you reading now?
The money model. Expert secrets I'm reading again.
Oh, yeah.
This one because I'm planning this every time I do a masterclass or event, I go back to this book. So my
Yes.
masterclass is happening what day after tomorrow. So yeah, that's a whole framework about perfect webinar. So I always go visit that.
You know, there's a saying that leaders are readers,
Yeah.
and they're saying CEOs read a book a week.
Yeah.
And what has been so far the most influential book that you've read?
Expert secrets. That
Yes.
was the first book I read cover to cover in my whole life.
Yes.
Very first book. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'd recommend everyone.
You have your own podcast. So imagine now that you interviewing the most special person in your life, and that is yourself. What's the first question you want to ask yourself? Don't think too much. First question that comes to your mind.
Uh, First question crossed to my mind.
Yeah.
Uh, what do you? What is the purpose of your life, Sahil?
And in a nutshell, what's your answer?
Now, I I recently discovered this, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
My purpose of the life now is I'm gonna be opening up a school or university or something, whether online, offline, where I can provide accountability to entrepreneurs.
Mm.
I've seen dreams getting crushed just because they didn't get right accountability. There
Yeah.
has been like most of the time people couldn't able to do anything just because in their life they don't have a person who can say, bro, you can do this.
Mm.
Because that's I get chills when I do this say
Yes.
this. That was for me, it was my wife who was girlfriend at that point. She was all the time motivating me. It's like, you can do this. This $1 will turn into $1 million one day. And I wasn't ready to believe just because she was telling me. And I was like, I don't speak good English. My language is it's not my mother tongue and all that. I sometimes I go to meet people, some like that, their slangs or their lingo, it goes over me. And like, how would I even coach these people or teach or talk to these people and all that stuff? You can do this.
Absolutely.
That
Love.
one thing I think people are missing. And if I can provide just that, I think I can change much more millions of lives. Money will follow, I know,
I
but
love
the
that.
dreams that I will fulfill are gonna be unmatchable. And I don't think so. Anybody is doing that at this point. I have not seen.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Go
yeah.
for it. Last question, and that is my favorite question to ask all my guests. What has been the single greatest, most impactful, the one thing you've done that has had the deepest, most impactful, profound, positive impact in both your life and your business? For example, for me, it's been starting my podcast. What about you, Sahil?
Doing one-to-many events.
Oh, yes. Love that.
Mm.
Love that. If someone wants to reach out to you and connect with you, what's the best way to do so?
Uh, our most of the channels are sahilsegalofficial.com. Even we have this website sahilsegalofficial.com. So you go and search on Facebook, you'll find that. Instagram, same handle. Even on I think YouTube, you will find that same. But yeah, that's the one place. I'm most active on Facebook. So if you go search Sahil Sehgal official, you'll find that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is your next challenge?
I we haven't planned that yet. I'm not sure. It's not gonna happen this year for sure, I think. I'm gonna do because this I'm working on this ecosystem yet. So we will do that next year early, hopefully.
Awesome. Listen, Sale, I've been blessed to have over 410 episodes of my podcast, and it has been one of the top five most inspiring. You gave me so many ideas just from a conversation. I'm going to rewatch this right now and take notes because this was gold. And listen, I salute you. You're a true leader with a heart. I can't wait next time I go to Toronto. I'll make sure that we meet in person and and see what we can just get to know you more as a person and then see what we can co-create together. But listen, I salute you. You're truly with a heart. Keep shining your light. Keep blessing the world, your presence, your impact, everything you're doing, your story. I love what you're doing. And one thing that really, really gave me goosebumps is when you gifted a house to your parents. That's one of the greatest thing that as a child, anyone in the world, especially, I'm also I was originally born in Afghanistan. So similar type
Goodness.
of, yes, I was 4 years old. My family left Afghanistan because of the war in early 80s. So we have, in a way, a similar culture that, it's all about family, living up
Yep.
to expectations. So that's something that, wow. So well done. God bless you and talk to you very soon, my brother. Take care.
Thank you so much, man. I'm excited to meet you as well, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity to share my story. I hope it will inspire at least one person that will make our time or our day.
Oh, absolutely. This has been, as I said, one of the top five most inspirational episodes in the last 5 years, and over 400 episodes. So well done.
Uh,
Keep inspired.
that
Because
means a lot.
again, that's why I start my podcast. Because when I bring a guest, when your story inspires just one person and that person goes on to inspire someone else, together we can create a ripple effect that's going to change the world in no time. One
Absolutely.
entrepreneur at a time, one story at a
One person
time.
at a time.
Just like you're one
Yeah.
funnel away, my thing is you're just one conversation
Yeah.
away. You know?
Yeah. I have made a lot. One offer a day, one funnel away, one dream away. So
Yeah.
yes, you all are that one away.
Love that. Love that. Thank you, brother. God bless you and talk to you very soon. Take care.
Much
Cheers.
appreciated, man. See ya.